Okay, before I start off this review, let's just say I had a weird experience with this dude sitting next to me, okay? I come in looking for some seats, and I go in, hey, is this seat taken? He's like, no, but if you sit next to me, you have to hold my hand. I'm like, ha ha, hilarious, right? But I'm not sitting next to him because, I'm going to be eating popcorn. I want to rest my arms, so I'll just move one seat over. But the next thing, the previews come out, and this dude just starts talking very loud. He makes comments at everything. And then as soon as the movie starts, he's sitting next to his girlfriend. I think it's his girlfriend. And he says it pretty loud. Can I lay my head on your boobs? What the hell? The girl in front of me was like, the fuck did you say? When you go to a movie theater, be careful who you sit next to. Because there might be crackheads. Power Rangers. So Power Rangers is the reboot of the Power Rangers franchise. It's based off the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? Remember the old school, the OG show, right? And Power Rangers was my shit back in the day, okay? When I was a kid, I was like, oh my god. And when the second trailer came out, I was like, okay, there's a lot of things I'm not so sure about. And I don't know what to expect. And watching the film, I gotta say, I thought it was fine. First off, let's talk about the cast. I think the cast was great. They all did great with each other. They had all great chemistry. Bryan Cranston as Zordon was really good. He just added that extra gravitas to the film. And then Elizabeth Banks, some people, they might put her on the negatives because she's, pretty over the top. But to me, I think she works as Rita Repulsa. I think she understood what this film was, right? And I think she just went with it. And I liked her as Rita Repulsa. There were definitely in the moments I was like, okay, I like the scenes with her. Even though she was over the top, I wasn't like cringy. One of the things that I really liked what they did with this film is that they really took their time and showing, yep, these kids, they gotta show that they are meant to be Power Rangers. By the end of the film, you're like, okay, I believe they deserve to be Power Rangers. And I love that they worked with each other throughout the whole film, developing each of the characters to the point where by the end of the film, you're like, okay, I believe the fact that these guys are friends. I believe that the fact that when they go out, they care for each other. In the 90s, when they were teenagers, they were dealing with 90s teenager problems. But now it's a new time. It's 2017, so there's obviously new problems that teenagers are facing, and I love how that is shown in the film. I also like the Power Ranger suits. I think they could have been better. This is concept art design. If I could find it, I'll post it right here. But I think that one was a better look to go for Power Rangers. Also, too, there's some shots that were done in the film. I was like, oh, wow. This is a really well done shot. Like in the beginning of the film, you have this like shot that's taking place inside this truck, and it's just looking outside and focus on the main character's viewpoint when he's driving. It's a really cool sequence. I'm like, oh, I like that. You're just on an adventure. You're with these guys. And it's just entertaining as hell to watch. Now let's get on to the negatives. I do feel that it was really good. I liked that the film took its time developing the characters and making us care for them. But I do think, since this film is 2 hours, I think there are definitely a lot of scenes that could have been cut. There were also a good amount of jokes that didn't work. For example, one of the guys gets on the dinosaur robot and then he just comes in the mountains causing havoc. And then he's like, oh, you're about to hit this van. And it's a group of nuns singing. There were points throughout the film where it had a good balance where it wasn't too cheesy. But then you have these moments like, for example, like the nuns singing that just takes you out of the film. It's like, okay, that just does not feel right, and that was completely unnecessary. When it comes to the third act, you're like, oh, okay, this is dope. But then you can tell a lot of stuff feels uneven. It feels rushed at times. Like, okay, you could have took your time, showing the Power Rangers, work together as a team and just kicking ass. And I feel like we didn't get enough of that. They played the Power Rangers song, Go Go Power Rangers. But it just feels incredibly out of place. You're going to be thinking about Krispy Kreme, because Krispy Kreme is actually part of the plot. Yeah. At a certain point, I was like, okay, no. But overall, for what it was, because I was expecting it to be terrible, I did enjoy myself while watching the film. And I'm going to give Power Rangers a C+. If you have the chance, I think you should see it. But if you don't see it, it's not a big deal, all right? You don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't see Power Rangers. Not that big of a deal. But if you do have the chance, I would recommend seeing it. Also, too, don't forget there's a post-credit scene in the film. So Just remember that. So guys, that is my review for Power Rangers. What did you guys think of this new Power Rangers film? Did you guys like it or you guys didn't like it? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for taking the time out of the day to watch my video. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day.